Hello. So we're going to build an accelerator pedal today. I haven't got a lot to work with. I do have some flat steel, a weird frame made out of angle iron that somebody dumped on my driveway. I don't know who. I just come in from work some days and there's just random metal on the drive because everyone I know does know I build these. So thanks for whoever left that. So I've got that, my flat steel, and I've got these little weird type of springs. So not a lot to work with, but we'll make some up. I don't usually put stuff on paper, I just kind of build what's in my head, but to explain what I'm doing, I'm gonna build this obviously out of steel. I've got a flat plate here, which is that 5mm thick steel. Same stuff, I'm going to build this little bend, and then this is the angle iron, one on either side with a bolt through it so it can pivot. Put some tabs coming off with a spring to push it back up so it returns. That's my plan. So I've got some of my bits cut out. There's going to be a bolt going through there, and in between those is going to be this weird shape, and then on the end of that shape is going to be that. It's still a bit hot at the moment, so that's my pedal. That end will attach between them. I had to cut that with an angle grinder. The outside was pretty easy, but the inside, kind of had to cut it in straight lines and shave it down. You probably realise I haven't got the best of tools in here, so I just make do with what I got, like bending sheet metal like this. Got no bending equipment, but what I do have is a gas bottle. I put my knees on when I'm bending a sheet of metal, and I just bend it over that, or in the little slats of the decking over there. Wedge a piece down the gap and bend it through there, finish it on the bottle. That's how I get my bends for all this sort of stuff. The bonnet, pretty much any bend. But it's getting a bit late in the day again now, so power tools are going to have to go off. I think I've cut enough bits out to start welding in a second. So that's what we'll do next. Got it all held together with my welding magnets. Got my earth on. That's balanced in the back. Put some little spot welds in just to hold it in place. Make sure I got it in the right spot. this is where we're at. I've built this, so obviously you push your foot on that. I've done it up tight at the moment just to hold it there while I'm welding, but I'll loosen the bolt up. Still got to put a spring on it yet with some tabs to make it retract back to its original position. This is brake cable off of a push bike, off of like a mountain bike. So I've drilled a little hole, so when you push the pedal down, it's going to pull the cable, which will run the whole length of the car. So from in the footwell all the way down, I'll go under the seat here, and then it will pop out, come up here, it'll run through that, and then this has got like a little hole in it there with a grub screw. So this is the other end of the cable through here. So once you push your foot down, it will make this pull, which will open the throttle, making the car move. That's the plan. Right, this is what we got. It's not the prettiest thing, but it works. So we got a pivot point here. So it goes forward and backwards. The bolt here has got two jobs. It's holding the return spring and it acts as a stopper. So it stops there. We've got a tab over here for our accelerator cable to go through. So let's see if it works. In there, it's pretty tight in there, claustrophobic. He's in there. I think I'm going to have to loosen off that pivot bolt a bit, but he's in. We've got to try and figure out where we're going to run our bicycle brake line for our accelerator cable. I find this stuff is never long enough. I haven't found one long enough to run the whole length of it yet. But if you thread the other end into a little connector block, a couple of leads on, with a brake line running in that way, one in that way, as long as you do them tight enough, then you can extend them. And it's never failed on me yet, so that's what we're going to do. Right, I'm back in the footwell, wedged. I don't know how well the camera's picking this up, but so I've got my cable coming down here. I'll put the little black sleeve on that you find on your bicycle. This little metal piece on the end, it's got a flange, and I've got an L bracket here under the carpet. I've bolted to the floor, but the holes that are in the L black bracket were just perfect for that to go through and stop on the flange, so that worked out well. Probably going to run a few more of these a bit further down. Hopefully this is the last time I have to climb in here. Now I'm going to have to climb out. Right, I've got these connector blocks on. The ones I showed you earlier were too small, so I had to go for the next size up. So we're going to put two on that. Get your other end that we ran to the pedal. Straight up there. Both hanging out either end. Tighten them up as tight as we can go. I've always used two doing this, and they've never loosened, never come apart, so this should work good. size. Cut that to there. When you cut these, it squeezes the end, so you got to try and really find the hole the cable goes through. Like that. And do this little bolt. This is a clamp. Thread that through. And do this little grub screw as well. I need a spanner on that, that's tight. Do that. Cable goes through a little hole. It's pretty fiddly. Goes through there. Black piece gets clamped here. It's about there. And about a centimetre poking out the other side. Clamp that down. There's a bolt under there, nut under there holding it. Might have to grab that in a minute. Tighten this pretty tight. There we go. Nut was spinning underneath. I think that should do just for a demo. Yeah, when you pull the pedal down, push the pedal, it's going to pull this cable like that way. This just holds this black piece here. And that should work now. I'm going to get in and test it. I'm not going to be able to see though. Right, so what I just did didn't really work. The connector blocks were hitting on everything and it was too tight for this to move. So I've moved the connector blocks down there now. I've got a longer sleeve on here. But now, it's a bit dark now, so we've got the torch out. Took me a while. That's working off the pedal. Like I said, it's a bit dark now. It took me a bit longer than I expected. So I'm not going to fire it up and rev it. We'll have to wait till the next video. But I know that's going to work because all the right bits are moving. Nothing's catching anymore. So we'll have to wait for the next one. See ya.